Hello, everyone. He is Mr. Moon, the CEO of Hansu company, and today it's my pleasure to interview him about the question of leadership. Mm-hmm. And so first, I want to ask you something about your original motivation to organize these beneficial activities. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, welcome to Korea first,
yeah.
And thanks for coming long distance from China and Malaysia to Korea. And it's very good question to think about what was my motivation to do this kind of thing for more than 4 decades. Well, you know, my dream from childhood was to plant trees, let mountain or villages greener. Mm-hmm. Similarly, I wanted to make the industry and the companies be greener, and to let them be greener at the campus, but as well as in uses of those products and services, and together with the community who are manufacturing and selling and using those products to be greener, I realized that process should be changes to minimize the waste, minimize defect, minimize non-value adding process and the materials and the time and the spaces. So I start redesigning everything from working hour, from office management style, from factory, and we could upgrade our operation process, everything to be less wasteful and to make less defect. But sooner or later I realized that consumer and the market have already changed again. Then I should change my designs, architectures, and the structures to catch up with these new changes. And while repeating this kind of doing differently to continuously catch up with the consumers' ever-changing lifestyles, ever-changing needs and wants and the likes, I realized that lifelong learning should be our habit, should be our DNA for any organization, to let every organization and the people be successful in delivering new values and let these consumers' unmet needs, unmet wants, and unmet desire to be filled up with new values. So that is the reason why this lifelong learning and continuous innovation became a habit of many Korean companies, and those companies could be successful in making the company greener, making the community greener, while continuously fulfilling new requirements, new needs, new demands of the marketplace, including customers and the consumers. So that was a starting point. And the other motivation came from the desire to create more jobs. My life was focusing on creating new job or more job for the communities, because in old days there are lack of jobs, and even today, same thing is occurring. So many brilliant university graduates cannot find a job these days. Mm-hmm. So my role is how can we create a new job that is changing this conventional process into modern process. There are many areas we can create a new job, and the less we work compared with 60-70 hours per week excessive work, if we work only 36 hours per week like Germany, we can double the employment rate, and we can be better balanced between work and life, and we can spend more time on lifelong learning, and with this lifelong learning, we can help communication between older generation and the younger generation will be better, between this country from one country to the people from the other country can talk with the language speaking capability, those kind of things. So this reducing work hours will not only create a new job, but also make it possible to let people practice lifelong learning. And with these things, company can benefit, family can benefit, next generation can benefit from this lifelong learning, and the community can benefit, and eventually planet will benefit, because this knowledge is continuously spreading, and they can build shared vision, and they know how can we reduce this waste and defect from our community, from our economy, from our planet, something like that. So that was another reason why I became excited with this new paradigm initiative from early days, and that was the reason why I created 100,000 jobs in forest when there was a Asian economic crisis starting from 1998, because the more job, the better for family, the better for society, the better for planet as well.
Wow. That's so just so amazing. I mean, you're so lucky. You found your direction when
lifelong mission.
A child, and you also care about others. I mean, care of the families. So I think the employees they have a leader like you is really a happy thing for.
Well, everybody can be a leader, because worldwide there are 7 billion people are living, and all their needs and wants and desires, likes are changing continuously. And conventional wisdom is no longer effective or productive with the new technology or new wisdom. So this every single social and global issue of today is a really business opportunity in disguise. So anybody can be a leader to translate this social and environmental problem, which are wasteful and the defect, turn those problems into business opportunity, either product or services, or either in profit organization or in non-profit organization. They can start this kind of translating problem into opportunity. Then they will be a leader in that kind of creativity, in that kind of entrepreneurship, and small or large, it will be a kind of proud of the human being to contribute to that kind of small or medium or large changes every day. So don't try to be a leader in the government in 20, 40 years later. Try to be a leader today, because there are so many things we can challenge, we can do differently from conventional wisdom.
So I think you've answered my second question. So at last, what else do you want to speak to the students?
Well, as I mentioned before, we have to remember two things. One is environment is changing, so we have to continuously change our offering, whether it is a product, whether it is a services. We should continuously change our offering, our services to the society, whether it is in profit organization or non-profit organization or governmental organization. We should continuously change our services and the product and the offering. To do that, we should continue lifelong learning. University diploma is not good enough because that is about the past theory, but the world is changing continuously. So understanding the past theory and understanding those kind of principles is better than not having that, but that is not sufficient enough. We should continuously learn about this ever-changing world. Then, this lifelong learning will make people young, whether they are 60 or 80 or 90, it doesn't matter. They can stay young. But if we are graduating from university and rely on diploma and rely on connectivity or this networking among the alumni or other, networking, that wouldn't work, For small society, it could work for 10 years, but they all together will collapse together, So looking outside such a huge world and the continuously learning about the ever-changing environment and the market and the society, and translate those into some differentiate new level of services and the product and performance and the value. Then, everybody can be a leader, everybody can be proud of their lives forever, and among others, they will stay young up until 70, 90, 100 years.
Yeah. Thank
good
you.
Luck to you, and good luck to next generation.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your coming again.
Thank you for your cooperation.